Good morning, guys. Let's go. Let me turn that background music down a little bit, and we got it today. Let's have a fantastic day in the stock market, guys. Oh my gosh, I just tried to log into... What is Schwab doing here? Gosh damn it. I can't even log into my Thinkorswim right now. Create Schwab login. I don't want to do that right now. Come on. I thought I would just log in like every other day. Did you guys have to do this today too? Created a weird pop-up for me. Pretty weird, but making it not show my screen. All right, there we go. There we go. What about you guys? Did you guys do anything with TD Ameritrade and Schwab yet? It's making me actually create my login info here. Sucks. Got me answering all these weird questions on here. Let's bring up our 4-chart setup. At least it's going to let us get in. Okay, good. Thank God. Thank God it let us in. All right, Apple's moving back up. I like it. I like it. AMD's having a nice push it open here. Watch for a break of the high of yesterday around 110. It looks like 110.12 was the actual high, but anything above 110, I think, is actually looking pretty good here on AMD. It's pretty fire. Check out TPST. All right. I'll check it out. Oh, it's a therapeutics. Oh, great. Not another therapeutics company. Let's see them, though. They're up a lot. Holy shit. 700%. Wow. It's not every day that you have that. That is, that's pretty wild, actually. Huh. That's wild. My login ID for Schwab is already in use. Are you kidding me? How is that possible? No way. There's no way someone's using that. Unless they're like hackers or something. There's no way. Think they halted the stock. Yeah, they probably did. I bet there's like some insane volume on that one. Put my logins already in. Sorry, guys. It's weird having to do this. Sean said, go try to reset password on that username. Ah, no. You know, Sean, I should. I should, maybe. Xbox dropped something in chat. Discord chat. What? What'd you throw out in Discord? Weird. Either way, they let me make the new account, so. All right. They got me finally. All right, now that that's over with, you'll see that SPY today. It's actually been running up or holding up pretty well this morning. We had the PPI data come out. If anybody was wondering how that is, here are the numbers. PPI month over month came in at 0.5%. The consensus was a little bit lower than that, so a little bit curious on how the CPI goes tomorrow. CPI will be a lot better to look at. It just looks, it gives you that year-over-year inflation rate, and that's what's really fun to see. SPY, though, having a good morning so far. PPI definitely played a role today, but maybe not a major role. Definitely played a little bit of one, though. Go check out BABA, moving to the upside in a pretty big way, running up to 88.50. Looking like BABA could have another breakout. The bot did amazing on Baba yesterday. Love to see that play. Hybrid bot got Baba. The day before that, it got gold. GLD. Looking great. How is oil looking here? CVX, Oxy. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Whoa. The oil stocks are really getting hit, guys. CVX, Oxy. Why is CVX getting hit so bad? BP even looks weird. At least since open, they look weird. Is DraftKings running? Please. Yes. The more DraftKings, the merrier here. The more the merrier. Need Zoom to start getting a move here. Zoom started breaking a pretty cool trend last night. Have to see if it can hold up above there or not and get a true run going. I forgot the lurkers. Oh, my bad. My bad. I appreciate the lurkers too. If you're watching the stream, I appreciate you. We'll just say that. There we go. Makes it easy. Oh, I got you. And the keyloggers. I need Lucid to print classified, said. Lucid. Maybe we could get the keyloggers and ask that. Let's see. 550 to the upside. $5.50. It's kind of turning over here. I hope it prints for you. Let's see how it looks. I mean, it looks pretty good on whenever you zoom out. It's still pretty flat overall. Getting back in the middle of the range, which I like. It makes me think it could maybe get to 570 fairly easy. I would think there's a pretty good chance of it. Let's go back to TPST. Is it still halted? It probably is. It probably re-halted. That was pretty good, Xbox. Just needs a news catalyst on Lucid. Yeah. Lucid does need some news. They need some really good news about getting a bunch of deliveries and a bunch of orders is what they need. Some of these companies like Lucid, they could up their production a lot, but they don't. Because, you know, no one's buying their vehicles, but... I would love to buy a Lucid. It's just too expensive, you know? If this was like a car that was the same price as like a Model 3, well, it would be a lot more enticing, wouldn't it? Come on, IFBD. What's that one? Info Bird, what the? We're really looking at the penny stocks the past couple days, aren't we? This one's only 11 cents. Wow. Pretty nuts there. Their cars look so futuristic. Is that, do you mean Lucid, right? Let's look them up real quick. Let's see what they look like. Yeah, I like them. They look pretty good. Look at this, we can build one. Max power is only 480. Only 480 horsepower. That's gotta be a joke. I guess it's not. That's really weak. I actually lied. I would never buy a Lucid now. I would never get one. On an electric vehicle, 480 horsepower is nothing. This is just like a normal Mustang horsepower. Huh. Interesting. Still a nice car, though. Still a nice car. Just expensive. That's the only thing keeping it back. If they could get those prices down, I think that company would explode. It's probably really hard to get prices low at the beginning in a car company like that. Tesla had high prices for a long time. Good thing we get to see Tesla now after they've already been in the game for like 15 years or something, you know? Yeah, Sean, it probably is how they get that range, actually. I didn't think about that. That would actually make a lot of sense. The range is pretty good, but it's 410 miles. What about like Tesla? How much are Tesla? Okay, 333 miles of range. What if you did the long range one? That would be better, right? Oh no, that is the one that gets 333. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I would bet you, Sean, though, if you would mash the gas down, that would not last 410 miles. Be pretty rough, probably. You think Palantir will break out today? PLTR, let's look at it. Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely a chance. Running up 1835, almost to 1840. It's been like non-stop with Palantir. I think there's a good chance, though. Good chance it can continue. That daily chart's looking great. Love that. Get the watch list here. Plug is up 7% again. Wow. That's a lot. SoFi's up 4%. Ooh. Nice, SoFi. Not bad. Not bad. They're recovering really good the past couple weeks. Nice. Netflix bounce off of 200 SMA or 200 moving average. Yeah. Hopefully it keeps recovering. I like how it's bouncing off 372-ish or 370. This is fairly big support from last week. Fairly big. Not too crazy, but not too small either. Hopefully it keeps bouncing off that 200, though. The 200 is always a pretty big one. How's the QQQ? Okay. NVIDIA. AMD. All right. Not too crazy. Let's bring up the watch list again. Got Apple turning over. You know, an Apple turnover actually sounds pretty good right now. And not the stock, the food. Sounds pretty fire. QQQ, SPY, both kind of pulling back slowly on the right side of your screen. Nice. Sean grabbed the Etsy big money play. I'm glad you brought that one up, Sean. I think that could be a pretty cool play for today. Etsy's right around resistance. If it breaks here, that'll be pretty fire. Whenever you zoom out, though, Etsy's like honestly on support. So I think that there's a long way to the upside, and the big money got into those 70 strike calls yesterday. So the 70 strike. I'm glad Sean went more in the money, though, or closer to the money. I like that. I like the expiration, though. It gives us enough time to hold it for a couple weeks, and yeah, maybe go with like the 65 strike or 66 or 67. I wouldn't really go past there. If I did, I would just get 70 at that point. Pretty insane. Ooh. Appreciate you guys joining up today. I do got to go grab a water really fast. I'll be right back. I'll leave you on the 4 chart setup, though. Maybe you can see some cool movement while we're while I'm busy. I'll be right back, though, guys. Give me just actually, you know, I'm not gonna go yet. Not yet. Can't do it yet. I still have a little bit of water here. I thought I was gonna run out, but still got some. Boeing on that daily looks amazing. Back to the upside now. Wow, what a day. That's pretty big. Look at the 5-minute. Just keeps going. Sheesh, Boeing. Dom bouncing back a little bit, 106. X or US Steel, okay. LLY has been flying past 5 days. Wow, yes it has. Holy crap. LLY is about to make new all-time highs. Wow, that's pretty cool. I think it's all-time highs, right? Yeah. Yep. What a move out of this stock. Holy guacamole, guys. All the way up 16% since October 3rd. That is not that crazy, but when you go out to that daily chart, I mean, that is one of the best daily charts I think I've ever seen. Seriously, that's better than Apple on the daily. Look at how choppy Apple looks compared to LLY. That is pretty weird, actually. What a run. I know we looked at one the other day. It was MNST. I think there was a big money play on this one. This was another stock. Whenever I zoomed out, I was like, whoa. The hell? I think that Mike said it's over the past 20 years, this is the best stock in the S&P 500 as far as performance. MNST, I think he said. We were doing a video one night and he brought it up. I do remember. FOMC and its prediction, up or down for the market. We'll make a poll. Will it help or hurt the market? Let's help, hurt, fixed. All right, we'll just keep those three. Vote up in the poll, though, guys. Personally, my prediction, I'm kind of thinking that the FOMC minutes report will, you know, it's going to be a weird one because we have to keep in mind that the minutes report, like the minutes and that meeting happened before the Israel situation. So it's going to be weird. They might talk about rate hikes. I mean, you might hear a lot of talk about rate hikes coming in, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. If we go over to the FedWatch tool on CME Group, you can just Google CME FedWatch tool. Pretty cool. Not this again. What happened? Just a white screen? Come on. There it is. Maybe there's too many people looking up the probabilities it's crashing their shit. Look at that. I can't even... All right. What is happening? There we go. All right. Finally, let me see it. So here's the probabilities. They actually keep going down. And since the war in Israel broke out, it's been going lower and lower and lower. So they're kind of pricing in more of a pause now. Not as much of a hike. Now that could always change, you know, if Powell comes out now and says something, that would make a big difference. But he would have to come out and start saying stuff right now, you know, not from 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago like we're going to get tonight. Because, you know, everyone's like, well, what did Powell say? What did Powell say? It's like, this time it's a little bit different because it's going to be what he said a few weeks ago. And there's been a huge event happen since then that's going to sway them. So don't forget about CPI tomorrow. Music's a little loud. Appreciate you saying that, Cade. Thank you. There we go. Turn it down a little bit. You know what? Here's what happened. My voice is wrong. Hold up. I had that bull crap happen where I woke up this morning and my computer restarted overnight on me. But here, this will make me louder once I get this. There we go. Now you guys should be able to hear it better. Sorry about that. It's the third biggest hold in the SPY. Currently, Apple's number 1, Microsoft's number 2, and then LLY. Makes sense. I mean, hell, it is running up in a good way. Let's go see Meta. Whoa. Meta, new highs of the year, someone said in Discord. Gosh, dang. Yeah, Meta's getting really close there. Yeah, one day in pre-market, it looks like Meta ran all the way up to around 330 one day in pre-market. That's the high recently that we're sitting at. Why is it up that much? You know, I cannot tell you. I don't know which one you mean, but if you're talking about Meta, I cannot explain. It's a tough one. You know, it just, these stocks have a lot of hype for the future, guys. You know, we're getting yields falling down now. That's really what's pushing these stocks up, is the yields. Those yields dropping off. Getting close to grabbing some SLV calls, Sean said. Yeah, SLV I think will be great, Sean. Will be great. I threw some SLV in my my daughter's IRA. Thought it was kind of cool. I was like, you know what? One day, she's gonna look at this and she's gonna be like, you know what? Silver is at $500 an ounce. What the hell? She's gonna be like, so happy. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be funny though if one day silver really was 500 an ounce. Or is it SI? Ah, it's SI is silver futures. Even if we get to 100 an ounce, that would be pretty crazy. It's crazy when you go back and you see how much silver ran up during 2007, 2000, or 2010, 11, 12. It's pretty nuts. Let's see gold. Gold didn't do that. Well, it did, but what I mean is, like, we're now back to the high on gold. The charts look way different. Weird, okay. It is what it is. Generally, they're the same, but... I kind of feel like they prevented Meta from going under 300. Yeah, I mean, somebody was, right? Somebody really was. I mean, there was somebody sitting there buying that up. I don't know who had the orders. I don't know who turned on the algos there, but definitely something happened where it held 300. I mean, it was pretty obvious there. Bam, 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 bam. I mean, 4 hits off of it. It was pretty insane, honestly. That's pretty big, guys. A lot of hits. Like, a lot. Sean said in 07, there was a lot less items to trade. I guess that makes sense. Silver definitely got hit down now, though. Or it's just not running up as much as it was, you know, that's all. Percentage-wise, though, I bet you it's still up a ton, you know. Because it's just so low in price. Yeah, it's up like 43%. You know, if we go to GC or gold futures, like, even from like the 2015 low to now, it's up like 100%, only like 78 right here. You would think more than that, but... Such a big price, you know, 1,800 an ounce. How are the banks? Nice, coming back. I like it. I love it. TLT must be coming up. At least it is in pre-market. I put a support level of 300 and labeled, fuck this. I like that. Yeah, keep that support there, though. We'll see how long it'll last. All right, well, at least looking at like Google and Meta and some of these stocks, I mean, we're right back on the uptrend, guys. That little dip that the market just had is essentially done now. Essentially over. I'm not trying to be like that guy, but I'm not gonna lie, you know, I had 420 as a target, and what did we get to? 420. Yes, sir. I got kind of lucky that that just happened to be the bottom, but it is kind of funny that did happen to be the bottom down there, didn't it? Hey, and you know, I stuck to the plan, at least with SQQQ, right? We waited, we got the 420, we got out, you know, it was a good test. The plan worked out perfectly. We held it down to 420, had some great movements. That was a good swing. I hope somebody else out there got in on, I know a few people did, on SQQQ on that swing. We swung it for a couple months though, so congratulations to the people who had the patience to stick with that play. It was a good one. Wow, Zoom is coming right back down and out of the wedge or out of the range. Fuck Zoom. Man, Warren, Zoom's making me angry. I wanted to see a big breakout here this morning, and I even called it out in the day trading channel and Discord today. It's been a letdown. Big letdown today. At least DraftKings went up, though. Zoom can just never go up anymore. That stock fucking sucks. It's been terrible the past couple years. Their financials are all right, but the stock itself sucks. I can't tell you why it's so bad, but the financials are decent. Let's go to the dashboard. Type in Zoom. Well, I will say this, the profit margin is pretty damn low. Return on assets is extremely low. I'm not the biggest fundamental guy out there, though. Like, I'm not perfect at reading these, but, you know, you can see the revenue's growing. I guess I'll say this, though. It didn't grow a lot this year over last year. But it's growing. Oh, this year's not even over with, so you know that you still got to think about that too. Let's see the quarterly revenue. All right, getting kind of flat. Maybe it's not as good on here as I thought. I mean, the fundamentals are decent. It's just. I guess you can see their total debt and then their cash and cash equivalents. Like, they have like no debt and they're doing good as far as that goes. Net income ratio, gross profit ratio, nice. Revenue and cost of revenue there. It's not bad. It just, you know, I'm very surprised that the stock just stays down here. I feel like they would start to come back, and, you know, a lot of people think, well, Zoom isn't very good because, you know, it had a lot of customers during COVID and all that. It's actually doing pretty well now compared to COVID. I don't know the exact numbers, but I think they actually have more subscribers now than they did. And they definitely have more bigger players subscribing right now. Like players who contribute over $100,000. I don't mean players, I guess customers who contribute more than $100,000. MTNB. I haven't heard of that one in a while. All right, you better... The next little penny stock like this, we're not even looking at, so. I didn't realize it was going to be 20 cents, Xbox. MT, NB. And the reason I don't want to look at it is I don't want people to start trading it, thinking that these things are okay to trade, because I would never touch these. But we can look at it. Wow, 77. What was the one from earlier that's up like 100%? What's that one? TPST, that's right. TPST. Let's trade this one, guys. 750% on TPST. Boeing pisses me off now. It really does, because I was a wussy. I didn't pull the trigger on it. You know, on Boeing, I really wanted to buy it down here off this support, and I couldn't pull the trigger on it. Couldn't pull the trigger. And then we had the stuff start with Israel, and I was like, You know, yesterday I saw that move up, and I'm like, yeah, let's see what can happen. You know, maybe we'll drop the next day, right? Nope. Now we're at 200. So, what levels I think Boeing will go? I think 200's big here. You gotta watch 200, okay? That's gonna be probably a pretty big resistance, but I would think 210. I would target 210, and I think that's a good level. Maybe not today, but over the next couple days and couple weeks, I think 210 is doable for Boeing. Yeah. This is already, though, a really nice move. I only use play money. I'm only interested in dropping some cash before the run-up like anyone else. What? I think Boeing benefited from Israel. Yeah, it did a little bit, Carlo. It did. Definitely did. Definitely. How is Lockheed Martin today? I didn't check on them. They're actually holding their ground. RTX, LHX. Okay. Not too bad. Pretty good. What do you guys think on the poll numbers here? 16 total votes. Come on. You guys got to get more votes out there than that. We're lucky there's no sound button for rookie numbers here. Hang on one sec. I have a fan in the background, and every once in a while it'll start making very annoying sounds. Hopefully you guys couldn't hear it. I doubt you could. This mic's pretty good at not picking that crap up. Zoom. Our friends at Zoom. Kind of still holding this range, which is funny. Starting to trade back up. TPST. 750%. I put in Discord, TPST is the stock of the day, and not one person said anything about it yet. I thought somebody would at least look it up and be like, 750%? What? That's funny. 750%. Can we look at NVIDIA? 100% we can. 100%. Here we go, NVIDIA. Starting to trend back up a little bit today. 465.04. I'm glad it's continuing the trend. This one really never broke the main trend. We go out here on a 5-minute chart, and it kind of held this level forever. It might have broken it slightly in pre-market or just very slightly a couple times, but for the most part, it was right on there. And it stayed. It's pretty nuts. That's pretty weird that it played out so well on this one. And it never really had to break down under the trend. Pretty weird. Let's see upcoming resistances here. All right, we're sitting right on one around 465, 466. Got another major one up around 480 even. 480. Tesla's still under 300. Oh, yeah, Tessie. They're on a trend line, too. If we go look at them on the daily, they're actually having a fun trend line going on. This trend line has been hit so many times. That's pretty funny. Right on the trend again. All right, Tessie. Have you guys heard anything new about the situation over in Israel or anything like that? Anything new come out about? Sorry, I just lost my total train of thought here when I saw this article. Period care brands form coalition to fight the quote-unquote tampon tax. What the hell is a tampon tax? 21 states in the U.S. tax menstrual items at standard rates like non-essential goods. Consumers paying state sales tax on menstrual products. What? This initiative will actually give you money back. Wow, okay. Will reimburse consumers for the tax paid on eligible items sold by the 8 participating brands. Well, hey. If you're a woman out there and, you know, you're sick of paying tax, hit up the Tampon Tax Back Coalition. They said they'll send you your tax money back, which is interesting. Oh my God, there's a tampon thing called Here We Flow. That is a wild name for something like that. Wow, that is a... All right, well, I lost my total train of thought when I saw that. It threw me off, you know? It really threw me off. Ooh, what's this? Stellantis and Samsung build $3.2 billion EV battery plant. Here's the Challenger. No, that's a Charger. Charger, okay. It's a Charger. A 2-door Charger, okay. A lot of the Chargers have been 4 doors now, but... Stupid all-electric car. Have you guys heard the stupid sound that car makes right here? You guys will laugh at this. Electric Dodge Charger sound. Wait till you hear this. It sounds terrible. Ah, gosh darn it. Hang on. Stupid stuff. There we go. Come on, do a rev or something with it. Nice fake revving sounds, huh? Why don't they just, like, embrace the electricity? They should, like, embrace it. And just, like, make it sound like electric. You know, make it sound like a Jetsons car. Where it's like, doo-doo-doo-doo. You know, I can't do that sound, but... You know, like a lot of loud beeps or something, you know. That would be kind of cool. Music to my ears. What? Your Jetsons car sound cracked me up. The Knight Rider sound. I gotta see what the Knight Rider sounds like. What the hell does that sound like? The Knight Rider. I gotta hear this. The intro to the show. Okay, we gotta hear this one.
Shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist.
I love this. This is cool.
Michael Knight, a young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless, in a world of criminals who operate above the law.
This is pretty funny, guys. Ooh, I like Patricia. Go, Patricia, go. That's pretty cool music on here, I can't lie. That's really cool for like the 80s. You know, I've never seen that. Like, I've never watched the intro for that in my whole life. I'm serious. But I've heard that music somewhere, but that was cool. That actually makes me want to start watching Knight Rider now that I saw that. But getting back to the EVs, let's go check in on Lucid. What is the ticker symbol for Stellantis? STLA, that's it. That's it. Is this the right one? Is it the right Stellantis? It's gotta be, right? They've been kind of holding up well. I'm surprised. Like, you look at Ford and General Motors, they're down a lot. Stellantis is actually doing good. Speaking of Ford, look at them. They actually are confirming off the trend line again. Who would have thought? How many times in a row do we got to play the trend? Or do we have to see a bounce on the trend line? Look at that. Another bounce. Really close. I think that counts on how close it was. But perfect moves up and over the trend last time. It had a big breakout. Last time it touched, it had a slow move up. I don't know. It's getting close to support. The premium Discord made me laugh. Make a lightsaber sound or something. Okay. This is gonna get stupid. I'm embarrassing myself. My face just turned bright red from doing that sound just there. I can feel the redness on my face right now from from this. That's pretty funny. Oscar said, this was my show as a kid. I loved Kit and the Hasselhoff was the man. I love that. That's funny. Ooh, Fiva. Just came back from the dentist. Wisdom teeth impacting. You know, Fiva, I actually refuse. What? Oh, great. They got me for watching Knight Rider, guys. Oh. Come on, YouTube. Fix your shit. You know, that's so stupid that they would, like, say that I'm getting copyrighted for that. Like, come on, man. Oh my god, we watched a fucking intro to the show. It's free advertisement for the show. Come on. Just came back from a dentist though. Wisdom teeth. Wow, that sucks. Wisdom teeth hurt, man. I'm 25, Fiva. I don't know how old you are, but I think you're somewhere around there. I actually refuse to get mine out, Fiva. I refuse to get them out unless something bad starts happening. Then I'll get them out. But mine, I just let mine come in. They came in and, well, they're half in. I should say. They're half in. They need to probably get cut out, but I pass out at the thought of it, so. My mouth is swollen like a gerbil. Did you get them taken out, Fiva, or are they just hurting right now? They grew out naturally, Carlos said. Okay. Levels on Neo wanted to break that $9. Yeah, let's go look at it. $9. Got that $9.20 or so. Big resistance here. Just hurting and it's pushing his molar out. Wow. Ah, that sucks, Fiva. Man, I hope it gets better. Like, if my mouth started having that happen, I'd probably get him taken out then. I just haven't yet. Wow, you guys really think the FOMC minutes is gonna hurt? The military forcefully removed mine. They shattered them and had to pull the shards out one by one out of my gums. Wow. I see what you're saying by shattering it. I've seen the video on that. They they get it to crack into a bunch of pieces and then they pull it all out. I've seen the video on that, actually. It's kind of gross. Oh, this is cool. Mr. Snuggles. Hey, that's sick. He's watching. Mr. Snuggles is watching Stocked Up live in business class on the airplane right now. Let's fucking go, Mr. Snuggles. I like that. That is one of the most badass pictures I've seen of somebody watching the live. It's actually really sick. Kudos to you, Mr. Snuggles. You deserve member of the day now for that one. No business class this time. Okay, so you were the one who posted it up last time. That's cool. I remember someone posted up a different plane like a month ago or something. That's badass. Charge point. Uh-oh, what are we doing? Whoa, holy shit, charge point. What happened to them? At open today, them and Blink just got destroyed. Wow. That's a pretty big move to the downside. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, that sucks with the wisdom teeth, though. Hopefully you get it fixed, Viva. I'm getting you going. The Jetsons. That shit still has me laughing. All right, Palantir. Let's go see the spy. $434 support. Hopefully we can get a nice move down under here on SPY. That would actually be a better play than up, in my opinion, as far as price action goes. The price action today has been pretty slow. You know, SPY's not really moving too much, I would say. Just looks like, you know, just consolidating a lot and slight move up this morning, but really that was nothing. Overall, it was really nothing, so. Messed up my Discord real quick. Come on, Boeing, let's go. Right at $200, guys. I mean, it's going to be tough for Boeing to get above there. It could very easily break slightly, but just be careful of a pullback coming in. You know, I think there's going to be a lot of put players looking at this one at 200, but, you know, there is some craziness going on with the Israel situation, which is pushing these types of stocks up. So it could continue here. Meta finally coming back down today. About time. Big drop back. Economic calendar. Don't forget about those FOMC minutes tonight at 2 p.m. Eastern time. 2 p.m. Eastern. It's gonna be pretty big. General Motors. Meta, unbelievable. Meta really keeps going. General Motors down. Somebody just said Tesla's red now. Oh, wow. It is right there. Wow, it's almost red on the day. It's like right there, going between red and green. Blue horseshoe. What the? Boeing calls. Should I wait for it to go to 200 or exit now? I would probably exit now. This type of setup, I mean, I've seen stocks go bullish off of this a lot, but if you're up on it right now, I mean, we're talking about hitting major resistance. Major resistance. So let's actually pull it up on the book map. I mean, I can almost guarantee there's going to be a ton around 200, a ton of sellers stacked. Even at like 199.50, they're probably all stacked up. It knew I wanted Boeing. Look at that. It knew what I wanted. Like, this is actually fairly bullish, but at the same time, it's just... It's tough whenever you're talking how much Boeing has came up the past couple days, and with everything going on, I don't know, probably turn back over, but the good news is that I don't know how much you're up or when you entered, but you could almost just wait for it to drop under like 198.20 if you wanted to, and then just cut there. Because if it doesn't drop under there, you could just ride it until it starts dropping. Or put a trailing stop. Might not be a bad idea either. I like that, trailing stop. Oh, Mike, you had to do it to me. Oh, I love that, Mike. Thank you for doing that. Look at $200 here on Boeing. This is pretty huge. $200 even. And $199.90 is also huge. Yeah. That's definitely a big level on Boeing. Woo. I didn't even have to look. I already knew it looked like that. All right, now we're right back into resistance here. Come on, Boeing. What are you going to do? It's rejected right where we're sitting a few times today. And it looks like it's doing it again. Look at that. Would you look at it? Just look at it. All right, we're going to try out a new sound, guys. I hope that this sound button's not bad, so I'm going to turn the sound down.
Super hot. Look at this car. 005.
Oh, no.
Drop YouTube videos. Greater than. Less than. Comments. Please.
I had to mute it. I can still hear that going on in my headset right now, but you guys can't. It's just nonstop, whatever that was. I shouldn't have clicked it. Oh, no. Oh, no. I took away my clapping. Hold up. Okay. All right, I got it back. Got it back. The title to that button was just look at it, and it sounded like that. Yeah, it's rejecting still, though, at 190, like 199 even, 199.10. Hit that resistance, still in the channel. And that's what I'm worried about. I don't know if it's going to be able to get above this 199 area. On this type of setup, I've seen this play end up going south a lot. where it gets real choppy like this and ends up going down. And actually, excuse me, it actually looks like an inverse head and shoulders in a way. Got some hiccups going. It's actually not an inverse head and shoulders, just a normal head and shoulders, sorry. I've been helping too many people do inverse ones lately, though. Ooh, that SPY might make a new low of day. Watch out. 430, 470 incoming. We're right there. We're good as long as you don't lose Matthew or Greta. Yeah. Greta will come to my house and yell, "How dare me." I had somebody ask me once, they go, "Tom, you're not even like a big fan of Greta. Why do you use that?" And I was like, "It's hilarious. Why would I not use it?" I was like, "I think it's badass."
How dare you?
Had to come in, right? Ooh. I wonder how Greta feels about the Middle East right now. She'll be throwing "how dare yous" at everyone. Can you check in on snow for sure? Or no, you're not saying to check in on snow. You're saying to check in on service now, aren't you? Yep, now, that's it. Wow, they've been bouncing off support. 530, looking decent. I like that. 540, okay. Nice, running up to 600 or so. Not bad, service now. Today's rough for them. Today's kind of rough, but I'll give it to them. They're still in the setup to go. It's consolidating, but they could still break out. 566 resistance here. Oh, there's a pretty obvious resistance on the chart. Very obvious, actually. Overly obvious. I can't even say obvious anymore. It's very big. Up $148 calls on Boeing. Nice. Nice. I'm glad you're up on them. So those are the calls you're up on. Keep watching this little channel. If it starts to test the top again, I would start to get out. But just be careful. If it starts breaking down under here, it's going to be a little bit scary for the calls, but should be okay at least. An inside look at the Earnings Whispers headquarters today. That's pretty funny. Why is Bigfoot trending? Bigfoot. Why is Bigfoot on here? Dude, are you kidding me? Somebody thinks they saw Bigfoot again.
Alright, just squat it down. Yeah, let me see your camera all day.
That thing looks just like a bush. Look at this thing walking. That looks like a person if I've ever seen one. Is this really what people are looking at right now? That looks so fake. Look at the elbows and the arms. To me, it seems like someone's wearing like a hairy suit because their arms look like, look at their pants. It reminds me of how suit pants look. I could be wrong, but I don't know. It is weird to just have that randomly go,
Your camera all
you know, be it by a train, but I don't know. What the? That is weird, guys. What the hell is this?
Holding some water.
That sounds freaky.
I think it's time to go.
I think it's time to go. No shit. That gave me goosebumps just hearing that. You can see his skin contrast to the outfit. It's a dude in a ghillie suit or Halloween. That's what I'm kind of thinking, right? It's gotta be. All right, Zom and Nvidia, what are we looking at? Zom running down to 105 even. Imagine the people on the airplane heard that shit. Now that would be funny. Exxon's falling down a lot today. It might be a good dip buy on Exxon to maybe pick up some... You're kidding me. It gave back all the gains. I didn't realize it was down that much, but... Wow, okay. What the hell happened to Exxon, guys? And CVX? What is going on with the oil stocks? I mean, that is... Did Hamas promise not to hit the oil plant or something? Like, I am confused. Wow. Definitely turning over on the daily, but with everything going on, I would not have expected oil to turn over this hard. Maybe a little bit, you know, but not like that. That's quite a bit. Yeah, if I heard that sound, Llama, I would be hightailing it out of there. Man. But I'm glad you guys, you know, that's kind of funny. Me and my dad used to watch Bigfoot shows all the time whenever I was a kid. You know, it was this show called Finding Bigfoot, I think it was called. I used to enjoy it, you know. Was it my absolute favorite? No. You know, do I believe in Bigfoot? No. But I thought it was funny. I thought it was an interesting show nonetheless, but I'll never forget that. Every Sunday night going out to watch Finding Bigfoot at like it was at like 9 p.m. every Sunday. Finding Bigfoot. I'd look like Ricky Henderson stealing second. Yeah. Exactly. I'd be really hard. That makes sense, Zigzag. That makes sense. Here's the Bitcoin chart. I could see that being the case, Zigzag. Wow, Bitcoin's back down to 27,000 now. Let's go intraday on the chart, 5-minute chart. Kind of approaching that 27,000 support. Or low, I guess we'd say. Benny the Jet Rodriguez. Hell yeah. Llama, whenever I played baseball, that was my big thing. Because, you know, I'm skinny. You know, we've talked about this on the stream a few times. I'm pretty skinny out there. So, at baseball, I was just really fast. So, I stole tons of bases and would beat every like little ground ball out and all that type of stuff. It was that's all I did. I love that. Benny the Jet Rodriguez. Pretty funny. Only the OGs know who Hercules is. Taking long from 26,879. Should be about to fire within the next 20 minutes. Nice. I think it'll be decent time to long it there. I'm not a big Bitcoin player myself, but that SPY starting to turn over and break the low of day now. Look at that low of day starting to give out. Hopefully it doesn't give out too hard, but not looking good. Llama said, yeah, me too, could just hit and run. I was not the best fielder. Oh, really? I was a really good fielder. I used to always have like the highest batting average, the most steals, be the best fielder. And then as I started getting older, my hitting started going downhill a little bit. So, you know, instead of batting like 400 or 500, I started batting like 300, you know, and it felt like shit when that started happening. Like whenever I was around like 16, 17, 18, I started batting a little bit worse. Presumably so, as the pitchers get better, but there's SPY breaking low of day now, guys. Looking pretty good for a possible short. Keep your eyes open. It is running down into support, though, but we need some type of move. BTC changed my life. I got sober 7 years ago, found Bitcoin around COVID, and invested my last but money in it. And now I've managed to erase my financial mistakes from addiction. That's actually a really cool story, Zigzag. I like that story. It's actually really a nice one, Zigzag. How long have you been following the channel for, or stocked up, Zigzag? That's a really nice story. That's awesome. Glad that happened to you. I hit my kid with the forever a long time from time to time. I was solid at center and third, Llama said. Yeah, me too. That's well, except for third. Once I started getting older, I only played outfield. Hey, appreciate you, Zigzag. That's awesome. Appreciate you. Yeah, hit that sub and check out our main channel as well. It's just called Stocked Up. This is just Stocked Up Live. Check out the actual Stocked Up channel too. Give us a sub there. Appreciate you though. That's awesome. If you hop in and ask to look at Bitcoin, I'll give it some looks for you. Have a good one, Llama. Appreciate you. Blue Horseshoe is going to Donkey Show. What is Blue Horseshoe? What is that? I am like lost what kind of stock that is. I hate those hoppers coming at you so quick. Yeah, I feel you there, Llama. It is. I wasn't a big fan of that either. In the outfield, that was my worst thing. If the ball was on the ground, sometimes it would like hit like a little hole or a dip or something and then go flying off to the side or something. And I wasn't a big fan of anything on the ground. Anything on the ground, I hated it. Although, I spent so much time doing drills, just sprinting at balls, like one hand gloving them and coming up and doing the big throw to home. Man, so many drills. I blew my arm out doing those drills. Terrible. Terrible drills. And then Llama, imagine you miss a grounder while you're in the outfield and then it turns into like a triple or an inside the park home run. Oh. Axe or US Steel, okay. Not bad. Not great though, just like nothing today. A lot of these stocks today have just been nothing. Hey, here's Nvidia, guys, starting to break high of day. 465.50, let's go. Let's go, Nvidia. That's pretty sick. I love that with Nvidia. Yeah, every single day at market open, Zigzag. Yes, like when the NYSE opens, yeah. Nope. I only go live just whenever we open. And I usually stay live for about an hour and a half to 2 hours or so. I do have to go a little bit earlier today, so I am going to be cutting it off here in about 10 minutes or so, but Sean said I was 5 feet tall in Little League. I squatted, made that strike zone tiny, and got walk most of the time. That's funny. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, and I usually go live also for every FOMC event as well. Or if Powell speaks or something like that, I'll be live. I won't be live for the minutes today, though, because it's just the minutes, but... There we go, NVIDIA. Starting to really break. Yes, sir. 466.40 now. Loving that movement. Wow, SPY started breaking the low of day and then came right back. Yeah, looks like SPY held support. SPY just ate me up. Couldn't scalp out. Oh, Fiva. No. Zigzag said, I'm usually on Tino's stream during the Brinks box. Hey, appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie, I sound really stupid right now probably, but what is the Brinks box? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what this is. Bitcoin Brinks box. What the? I have never heard of that. Interesting. You learn something new every day. I'll be learning something with them now. Pet rocks. Come on, NVIDIA. Someone said NVIDIA to 1,000. Oh my god. That would be cool. It probably will be one day. It will be. Gotcha, Zigzag. Yeah, I'm gonna have to read into that a little bit more and maybe watch a few educational videos on that. And the Brinks box, never heard of it. But we've been doing this for a while, so I'm surprised I haven't heard of it, honestly. Thoughts on Netflix earnings next week? Let's see. NFLX. Thoughts on their earnings? You know, that's going to be a tough one with them. I think the earnings, though, I think that they'll actually surprise and do pretty good. I think the earnings will actually do pretty good. You should come by Traders Reality and check this out. He taught me all about it. Interesting. I'll have to check it out. Yeah. Hey, Zigzag. Shoot me a private message on Discord. If you have the link for it or something. Throw it out there. The news says that growth slowed down on Netflix. Well, keep in mind, it sounds like they're just kind of guessing at it, right? The news is guessing, but I'm curious if it really did slow down or not. Like, they could always have something surprising and say, wow, they had a surprise beat, or, you know, more customers, or etc. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I've been trading for about 8 years or so, and I've used a lot of crazy indicators and shit, and I don't use any indicators anymore or anything. I just trade price action most of the time, so it's not like I go in blind, though, you know? I just don't choose to use things like vector candles or anything weird like that. I'm not a fan of most stuff like that, but interesting. Okay. Yeah, I probably won't look too hard into it, Zigzag, but it's interesting. That's for sure. We actually code up a bunch of bots and stuff like that that look at tons of data, that look at the market. Sounds like you're pretty interested in that stuff, Zigzag. Check out our Discord. I think you'll like our Discord pretty good, I think. If you're liking all that stuff. CMCSA is my latest, Ponzi said. CMCSA. Yeah, I'm sure it can, Zigzag. I've heard of that type of stuff before with vectors and stuff, but I'm not too into that type. Like I said, I'm indicator free, so I just let the bots that we code kind of look at the market for me and do that. And we do a lot more advanced trading as well, like selling covered calls, getting into selling puts, and then selling covered calls after we get the puts, iron condors sometimes, stuff like that. I'm normally just short options, though. It's a lot simpler. Going to Purdue versus Ohio State. Wow. That's going to be a fun game. He says, I hate OSU. I don't have any feelings on those two teams, but CMCSA isn't really doing too much here. Ponzi? Are you adding to it? Like your long-term positions, Ponzi, or are you trading short-term? That's awesome, Zigzag. Yeah, that's sick. I'm glad you enjoy those things. That's awesome. It's not every day somebody comes in and says they actually want to learn selling options. That's actually really good on you. And it sounds like you're really awesome as far as learning new things, so that's amazing. If you join up on the Discord, shoot me a private message with maybe a link to that, by the way. Let's go Purdue. Nice. Yeah. You'll see me on Discord. I'll be in the, I guess you're so new, right? I'm Tom, by the way. Nice to meet you, I guess. But on the Discord, I'm at the top right, the admin, Tom Moore. That'll be me, so you could find me on there pretty easy. Tom Moore on there. Short X2. Oh, wow. You're shorting CMCSA? Okay. Calling Steve Madden. Yeah, yeah. Here it is right here. If you're a little bit confused, it's top right. It's me. Oh, yeah. It does say calling Steve Madden, don't it? He's my favorite. Good old Stevie. Notre Dame back in the 70s. Fun times. Imagine going to those games in like January or like December or something. That must be really cold. I don't know how long those games go for, but pretty crazy. Not to be confused with Ben Armstrong, yeah. That's funny. I didn't know what to say. I was like, I'll just say nice to meet you, I guess, because I don't know. It's just, it was kind of funny. For at least 6 months, I was like, who the hell is Steve Madden? Really, Sean? You didn't know who it was? Oh. That's funny. I figured you being like from the 90s, you would have known for sure. Steve Madden shoes. Speaking of Steve.
Steve Madden. Steve Madden. Steve.
It's barely louder than the music, but... The stocks today are just whack. Let's go look at the SM bot. What do we have on the body bot here? SM bot. What do we got? Goog calls, Google calls. The bot is loving Goog right now. Although Goog is getting a little high on the day, it might be best to make it break like 140.90 before hopping into calls here, but the bot is loving it. Also AI on the bot. AI is about to break high of day, guys. Keep your eyes on AI. This could actually be a great momentum play as it starts to break out. Keep your eyes on it here. It's starting to break high of day, actually. Looking good, AI. Could be great for a quick scalp. Come on, AI. Let's get a big break and a nice secondary run on the break. I like the price action here. Real choppy today, but once we break this chop zone, we should get some bigger moves coming. And unless there's just a major fake out, which is possible, but, you know, there's always the possibility of a fake out. But come on, AI. Let's go. What's up? What's up, Jane? Appreciate you. I should just YOLO Google for the year. Call it a day. Might not be a bad idea, Jane. I bet Google might do pretty good this year. It's been doing pretty good this year, actually. It's done nothing but go up, really, and since the first trading day of 2023. All it's done is move higher. Well, I guess since the fourth trading day, but goog. I'll never forget in college when I had one of my economics teachers. It was either micro or macro. Or no, never mind. I had the same teacher for both. But that guy, he was a pretty funny dude. He would talk about stocks sometimes, but nobody in the class understood stocks besides me. Like, literally nobody even understood an inkling of it. And it was hilarious because the guy, he would be up at he would always tell people to goog it. He would say, well, go goog it or something, or, you know, he always said that. And nobody understood what he meant. They just thought he was just a weird old guy saying to go goog things, you know? Ooh, use the goog, you know? Nobody understood that it was the ticker. I talked to him after class one day and I was like, do you say that because the ticker? And he was like, yeah. He's like, that's why. I was like, I knew it was, but I just couldn't, you know, he said it so much and not one person ever said anything about it. And I was like, come on. I'm kind of glad I didn't listen to that guy, though. I can't remember what stock he was looking at. Oil ETFs. I'll show you guys the oil ETF that he was looking at. Gotta find it now. It's gonna bother me if I don't find it. Dang it, just give me a list. I just want a list. Here you go. ETF database. This is what we wanted. Here we go. Where is it? Where is it? Was it DBO? No. You know, I think it was just an energy ETF. Actually. That's where I'm getting wrong. Ah, here it is. It's VDE. That's what it is. VDE is the one. Let's see. Oh, wow. It actually did a lot better. But, you know, he was saying to buy this thing in like, you know, 2017, somewhere around there. Like right whenever it was around like 108, he was saying to buy it. And then I thank God that I didn't, because when it ran down to 30, I would have shit my pants. But now it's back up and doing well again. But, you know, he should have probably said for the long term or something, you know. That's back whenever I was trying to short VXX still, remember? You guys know that story. Shorting VXX. If you guys want that story, come re-ask me tomorrow about VXX. We might have to see what's up with it. I think we know who his favorite student was. Jane, I don't think that he liked me very much, because we'll just say this. Every college professor I had was an extremely left-leaning person. Every single one was an extreme left-leaning person in college, at least the college I went to. You know, I'm not saying it's like that everywhere or everyone's like that in college, but the ones that I saw were extremely left. And we'll just say this. Whenever he would talk about policies and stuff, I would start like lighting up like overspending, and because, you know, it's economics class, right? I started going into like US debt a lot, and he didn't like talking about that. So he probably didn't like me too much. But yeah, even the economics one was, yeah. You know, maybe he wasn't. Maybe he just came across that way because of how college is. He never like straight up came out and said that, but you know, there was a lot of hints that kind of would lead one to believe, right? You know. He was a cool dude, though. I'll say overall, that guy was my second favorite college teacher ever. So he was a great guy, you know, great person. Yeah. Fantastic teacher, too. I thought that the teaching was pretty good, darn spot on. Great teacher. Now, I had a couple of other college teachers that, like, we straight up were told to go vote for Hillary Clinton one day. I remember during the 2016 election, I was in college class, and the college teacher said, "We're not taking any class today. You guys go vote." And she straight up said something like, "Vote for Hillary," or something, and gave us a wink. And I was like, oh, that's funny. But it's okay, you know, she's got the right to say what she wants, you know. I just thought it was funny. A lot of people in the class were like, oh. But hey, she let us leave class early to go vote, so I was happy. Zigzag said in the shitting of pants. Well, I'm just joking, you know, I'm not. It's all good, Zigzag, you know. We got our own systems and ways, you know. I've got my own systems, you know. But never bad to keep learning, though. We've got our own group and all that stuff, Zigzag, so... You know, I'm not trying to be, like, negative towards the hybrid system, but you just got to keep in mind, like, that's almost like a competitor to me in a way, you know, so... Always good, though, to keep learning as much as you can. As much as you can. I used to actually use SMAs and EMAs all the time. Look at my 4-chart setup. Oh, I took it away on here, too. But here, let me bring one up. We'll add a study pattern. Here it is. Load set SMAs. I used to look at a lot of EMAs, SMAs. You know, I used to have my own, like, system with them in a way, but not crazy of a system, but, you know, used to be into it a little bit more. Like I said. Open interest. There we go. Back to normal. What does this one look like? Okay, just implied volatility. That's what I thought. There we go. All back to good. Nice and clean again. Her winking is hilarious. I'll say this, you know, even though she was like that, she was a nice teacher, you know. Decent teacher. She actually taught language arts. Language arts. $434 even here. SPY support. If we break down under there, that's going to be crazy. That support break could be pretty huge. Jane said you can spend 100K on a business and bet on yourself and lose. If you fail, you can still declare bankruptcy. You can't do that with college debt. That's what I ended up doing, just building my own business. I hated school so much. The structure was not my style. I like winging things and seeing what happens. That sounded pretty funny, Jane. You like to wing things and see how they happen. You know, I mean, that's not a bad... it's not a bad way to go for a lot of things, right? But you're right. It wasn't really for me either with the way it was structured. And you know what really pissed me off with college is that they kept making me take classes that I didn't like. You know, like I went for a couple of years and get this, they straight up told me, they said, you're going to fail every one of your other classes because you did not go to intro to college class. I didn't go to intro to college. And let me tell you why I didn't go to this class, okay? You would show up to intro to college class, and literally all it was, you'd show up and there were computers, and you'd sit down at the computer and you would go over your college schedule. You would build college plans for the future. So you would sit there and you would be like, well, in 2 years when I'm done with this, I need to take this and this and this. And if I want to have a second bachelor's or something, I'll do this and this and this too. And, you know, it was just talk about that bull crap. And like the final paper for that class was write a 5-page paper on where you think you're going to be in 5 years. Like, I just was sitting there like, this is so stupid. Like, I think the first 3 classes, they were teaching you how to, like, log in and use the college website. And I'm sitting there like, you literally just log in and click assignments and shit. Like, it's not rocket science. Like, I don't know. I couldn't stand it. So they straight up told me that I was going to fail every one of my other classes because I was failing intro to college because I didn't show up. I simply did not want to go waste my time for an hour a day doing that. I would literally fall asleep in there and like get in trouble. It was terrible. Terrible. Now, if it was just, I think my college experience would have been a lot better for me if they would have had something there for stocks or like economics or financials or something. But the only way I could have done that was to, you know, get like a bachelor's done at that school and then go over to like some huge school that was going to put me into a shit ton of debt. And I'm not doing that. You know, I'm not going into debt for school, but it's all right though. You know, it's just not for me. It just, Jane started building their own business. I hated school so much. The structure was not the style. Yeah. Hey, I'm glad you have your own business though. That's awesome, Jane. No Drip said, where'd you go? I'd prefer not to say. I guess. No, it was just some shitty community college around me. It was associated with SLU, St. Louis University, but I ended up going to Jefferson College is what it's called. They call it Jeffco or Jefferson College. I actually had 2 years of this college for free through scholarships, so that's why I went to this. It was free. I did this thing called the A+ scholarship, which is actually a great thing to do if people are going to go to college. It's pretty good. Like, to get into this scholarship, you have to... It's a pretty cool scholarship. You just have to have an average grade of C's or higher in high school, which an average grade of C's or higher, I mean, you just got to show up to do that. And then you had to tutor people for 50 tutoring hours, which was a little bit annoying, but there were ways to get around it. So, like, my tutoring hours, for example, I would just go watch, like, I would go essentially just play gym games with, like, a bunch of, like, you know, 7 to 12-year-olds playing, like, dodgeball, and I was essentially, like, their teacher to, like, play with them and, you know, interact and have fun and all that stuff with them. It was a good time. I got to play a lot of dodgeball and meet some ladies. It was always like, you know, in those after school programs and stuff, it was like ladies, you know, running the programs. So all that we did was just sit there and talk the whole time while the kids were playing. Wow, my stream's bitrate is lower than the recommended rate. I hope it's not lagging. Jeff City, LOL. Went to Lincoln for 2 years. Nice. Cool guy. SPY gonna break. Ooh. It's starting to get there. It's bouncing now, though, at the low of yesterday, which sucks. Or the intraday low of yesterday afternoon. Wow, SPY. This is actually pretty dang choppy, but it's overall movements has been down at least, so. SPY, though, starting to break. I bet Apple, Microsoft, and the rest are falling. Apple's starting to pull back. Microsoft, it's holding its ground, but it has been pulling back. Amazon. How's Tessie? We haven't seen Tessie a lot today. Not looking bad. I homeschooled my daughter, and she's an amazing piano player. Nice. I'm going to teach her how to make a business from it. That would be really good, Jane. The piano business sounds pretty hard, but... Why am I dropping frames? What is going on? That's pretty weird. And my CPU is being used like a lot. 1000%. Dude, no way. TPST went up again? No way. 1000% on TPST? A 1000% is pretty nuts. That is... I don't think I've ever seen that. Or it's been a long time, we'll just say, since I've seen 1000% on a stock. That's a pretty funny one. Guys, what's that stock? I think... Oh, I just figured it out. PRZO is the Israeli drone stock. This one was doing pretty good the other day, too. No, 1000%, but... Dang it, I figured I'd look at it real quick, because I thought maybe it'd be running up, but... No movement. Have you ever gambled on a penny stock and won big? Yeah, I have actually, but I don't know how big you would count it as. One time I had this penny stock called MDTR. It was Medtainer is what it is. And if you've never seen a Medtainer, it's a marijuana product, I guess. Here's what it is. They look like this. Anti-swag club. What the hell is that? But it's like these little plastic things, and they got like grinders in them, and you can put like the weed in there. And back whenever I was, I'd say this was like 2017 again, 2018, maybe 2016, somewhere around there. There was a lot of hype with the marijuana stocks at the time. You know, like CGC and Tilray, and all those stocks started going kind of crazy with news out of Canada and all that. If we go back on CGC's chart, you know, you can see 2016, 2017, 2018, they started getting that momentum coming in. And that Medtainer company ended up doing pretty good. I had a pretty good dub on this one. Now, I can't quite remember what the exact numbers ended up being, but it was like a penny stock. Like, I think the price was like 0.339578 or something, you know, like something wild. And I ended up doing pretty good on that one. I think I turned like $2,000 into like somewhere like $6,000 to $8,000 or something. Not like crazy, you know, it's not like I did that good, but I thought it was fairly decent for something like that. Like a few 100% I got on it pretty quickly. I was even in CGC a long time ago too, but that one was a fun trade with my grandfather. What's your name on Discord? Oh, hey, here it is. I'm gonna throw it up in the chat right now. It's Tom Moore, all one word. Tom Moore, just like that. And if you join our channel, you can just click this and I'm right here. Boom. So if you put $1 in a TPST, you would have had 1K. No. You would have had to have put $100 in TPST to get 1,000. 1,000% is essentially multiplying by 10, is all you're doing. But Palantir seems like it didn't move. Whoa, Mason did $100 to 10,000 on HCMC. Went from 0.0001 to 0.01. That's pretty darn good. That's really good, Mason. Now that's more like what I was... That's probably what people wanted to hear, you know, with the penny stock. That's the type of gains they wanted to hear. And, you know, I think I did it with one other penny stock, too, where I did something like Mason, where I hit it up that way. All right, sick. I got your PM. Nice. Yeah, just hit me up with those links. I'm the cat protagonist on Discord, Jane Meow. Jane, are you the one that's always posting the cats? Sometimes that gets me laughing. I gotta look you up in there now, like look up your search history. This is gonna be funny. From Jane Meow. Yup, it's you. You're the one who posts the cats. Yeah, those cats get me laughing, Jane. Those are funny as fuck. Oh, I love that. You hit the cat nerd. The guy ran across the street from me, made millions off of penny stocks. Wow. That's good. I will say this, though. Even though, like, I've had a couple wins on the penny stocks, over the longer term, the majority of the penny stocks that I would try to swing and get those huge gains out of like that ended up just going to zero, or they would just slowly but surely just, like, go lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And then they would do a reverse split and then go lower and lower and lower again. My buddy's uncle made like $4 million from a handful of .0001 penny stocks. It's zero or big money, no in between. And selling is hard. Yeah, that is true with those. Like, where the hell do you finally sell it, right? I've had a couple penny stocks like that I swung and it would go up a lot, but then I wouldn't sell them and then they'd come back down because I kept being like, they're going to keep going, you know? How everyone is. But, alright guys, we're going to have to end the stream here today. Nice couple hour stream. Appreciate you joining up. That market started getting a little bit slow here the past 5 to 20 minutes or so. Let's go check in on our friends at Bitcoin. Ooh, falling off harder now. Boy, really low. 26,700. Look at the daily. It's not super low, but I'm just... you know, on an intraday basis, it's low. Appreciate you guys joining up. If you're new here, keep hitting that subscribe. Appreciate you, Zigzag and Ethan. Really appreciate that today. Good talks. Have a great day, guys. Thank you, Jane, of course. You too, Sean. Both Seans. Everybody out there, thank you. Of course, the lurkers as well. Thanks to the lurkers, too. We'll look at our 4-chart setup one more time, and I'll look at SM Bot one last time as well before we go. Just to give you guys the momentum here. All right, so it looks like on the SM Bot right now, we're getting Carvana puts along with CVX. CVX, the oil stock. I don't know if I'd short CVX now, though. Be a little careful with that one, but have a good one, guys. Appreciate you. As always, walk away with those profits. You better do it, or else Matthew's going to be pissed.
All right, all right, all right.